Now that we have established these biological and cognitive functions of sleep, let's break this down by stages N3 and N2. It is pretty cool how, in the lab, we are able to selectively deprive N2 or N3 and infer functions from the results. Let's begin with N3. What specific functions appear to be contributed by deep sleep? In other words, N3. N3 is mostly responsible for restoration of the body and the related increase in immune functioning. And the slowing of the brain activity during N3 allows for brain rest and brain cell restoration and maintenance. N3 also conserves resources. In fact, it is believed that the conservation of resources that occurs during sleep is solely a function of N3. This is accomplished by reduced metabolic rate, reduced expenditure, and the reduction of brain and body temperature. Let's look more closely at that third metabolic factor, reduced body temperature. N3 regulates temperature. Remember that REM sleep is a time of unregulated, uncontrolled body temperature. In contrast, N3 holds body temperature steady at a cooler rate than during wakefulness. N3 can be viewed as the first state toward hibernation. Hibernation conserves maximal energy, but N3 conserves energy too, just to a lesser extent. Heating of the body by just 1 degree increases the amount of subsequent N3. To be sure, some of the increases is due to the co-occurrence of reduced activity and circadian rhythms, but clearly not all. A significant part of body temperature reduction is due to N3. Finally, it appears that memory consolidation may be a more concerted effort between sleeping and dreaming. There is evidence suggesting that N3 is mostly responsible for pruning. Remember, pruning less essential information from memory and connecting new information to existing long-term information in memory? But REM sleep is mostly responsible for strengthening newly learned connections and pathways. N2 sleep functions as the external gatekeeper, blocking outside stimuli from entering the brain. Sleep spindles and K complexes are both believed to block these stimuli unless they are deemed important enough to disturb or prevent sleep. Finally, N2 sleep spindles appear to help maintain procedural motor memory for simple motor tasks like walking or riding a bike. This concludes our lecture on the functions of sleeping, focusing on non-REM sleep. So there are many functions of sleeping, but why do we dream? Why not spend the entire night in deep sleep? Our next lecture will cover the functions of dreaming, focusing on REM sleep.